Hey Manib, hey, long time no chat. Sorry I've been traveling and kind of out of touch and haven't been very responsive, but I'm back now and I wanted to give you some focus here this week and next week and see if we can get you some properties. We did close Alton yesterday. I'm actually gonna go pick up the check, so I should be able to pay you that bonus if I haven't already. I don't think I have. That one should be done. But I mean, overall, you're doing a great job. Um, but I definitely want to give you some focus and possibly move you into another market where you're doing single family like Solomon, um, so that you have more opportunities to pick up more properties. That's kind of my goal. So, but today I wanted to give you a little bit of feedback on Windsor Gardens. So, this area right here, this retirement community here, I'm sorry, right here, which is Heather Gardens, and this one right here, which is Windsor Gardens, you're going to put out a lot of offers. I'm sure you're already super familiar with these areas, but I want to give you some feedback because today I got a call from this agent here. They're listening to 200 you through an offer at 185. Now, as you know, we just sold one in there, this Alton, which I'm going to go pick up the check today. And we got that at 165 with the same square footage. So I'm going to show you how to look at these two markets just because you're going to put in so many offers in there. It's really pretty cut and dry. You should be able to just go log in, look at the square footage, and know the ARV right off the bat, unless there's some determining factors. You don't even really need to, you should be able to get to the point where you don't even need to look at the comps because these areas are so uniform. So let me jump into this real fast. I'll explain what I'm talking about. All right, so I went ahead and pulled up this Winslow Gardens. So the criteria is, you only need to go 180 days back because there's just so many comps in there. And our square foot range on all of these, or most of these, are going to be this 1150 to 1250 range. And looking at the results, here's our subject property. We have an offer at 185. They want me to go hard with the earnest money, which I can't because we're not in a selling range that would work. And let me explain here. So this market, so Winslow Garden, let me just show you the map that I drew out. Winslow Garden, also Heather's Garden. This is going to apply for Heather's Garden as well. These are both retirement communities, and you should be able just to pull these up. And where we need to buy on all of these is right here in this range. 165, really on all of these, we're making offers between 165, 168 on down. So this is the range that we need to buy. When we're up here, it makes it a lot tougher. We just have a much tougher time trying to get those sold. So this is kind of, I would say 170 on down is your range. And so here's how you really want to look at these. So if you got this property pulled up, you already know, and let me back up here. The ARV on these properties, I think you had like 260. It will never be 260. The ARVs on these are around 230s. There's a ton of inventory in here at the 260s, 250s, 240s, but what's selling is this 230s. And this is just unique to this market, so don't think about this with any other offers that you're putting out. It's just unique to the Heather's Gardens and the Winslow Gardens. Just because there's so much inventory, so much inventories in here, we have to make sure these are priced out right. So our ARV on all these is going to be 240, just flat across the board. Now, the only things that are going to change on that, so when you pull up this property, is you want to take a look at the view. The view does make an adjustment to the price. That's it. That's the only thing that you're going to have to think about on these Winslow Garden and Heather Gardens properties. You look at it, the interior rehabs are all going to be the same price. We have nothing to think about there, but you want to look at what the view is. If you got a view of the parking lot or roads or this kind of an ugly view, then we're going to be on the lower end of that purchase price. We're going to be in the low 160s and 150s. Now, if you pull up a view and you're overlooking the golf course, then you can adjust that up to kind of the 165, 165 range. I wouldn't go 170, like 165 or so. So just to recap on this, we want to be in this range here. And you can be in the upper end of this range if the view is over a golf course. And if it's kind of over a green area that's not a road, you can kind of be here. If it's overlooking a busy road or a parking lot, you want to be in this range. That's it. That's the only way you need to comp these out in Windsor Gardens and Heather's Gardens. It's real simple. You can also do the same thing on different square footage, but most of our square footage is around here. So anyways, I hope that helps. But I do want to give you some focus this week. I'm trying to change up a few things to help you guys locate more properties and bringing somebody on board, which is kind of taking up some of my time. But she's a very skilled acquisitions person, and she can really help with the off-market stuff with you guys, and also be an extra resource when I'm hard to get a hold of. You can always bounce stuff off her. So we'll get into that later, but I just want to give you some feedback on Heather's Gardens. Overall, doing good. I'll give you some focus this week. Let's get some properties going.